You see, without the Holy Spirit, no one can be born again. Because only God, the one who creates us, can recreate us and give us a new life. You see, if a church does not have the breath of life, the pneuma of the Holy Spirit, without the presence of the Holy Spirit, if there's no moving of the Holy Spirit, there can be no salvation. No one can be born again. It is by the Holy Spirit. There is no life without the Holy Spirit. Because the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of life. See, consider the creation story. Right in the beginning, in Genesis chapter 1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. You know what? Man was just dust, mud, earth. But yet this lump of earth became a living being because of the breath of life. God breathed into man his own spirit. Without this breath of life, we cannot live. That is why Job said this. In Job 33 verse 4, he said, the Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. The Holy Spirit is the Spirit of life. See, but the Holy Spirit was not just at work in the beginning creating the earth or giving life to the first man. Because every day since the creation, He is still the giver and the sustainer of life. Look at Psalms 104, verse 30. The psalmist said, you send forth your Spirit and they were created. Oh, this is talking about the creation. But it didn't stop there. He said, and you renew the face of the earth. Now the word renew means to repair and to rebuild. And it is written in the continuous tense. In other words, the Holy Spirit, since the creation of the world, since Genesis chapter 1, every single day, the Holy Spirit is always repairing and rebuilding. He has never stopped. And when God gives us a mission, when He gives us a purpose, He always provides and He always sustains us with whatever we need. But yet, Adam disobeyed God. He ate of the forbidden fruit. And alas, the wages of sin is death. As a result, death came into our human experience. You know what? All sinful men have to face three kinds of death. First of all, you have spiritual death, and that is the inward separation from God, condemnation, guilt, and shame. But then there's a second kind of death called the physical death. That is the outward sickness, disease, death, and decay. But then you have the third kind of death, eternal death. This is the eternal separation from the presence of the living God. So what shall we do now? What shall we do in the face of death? Who can help us? Who can bring us back to life again? This morning I'm here to declare to you the answer is the Holy Spirit. He is the Spirit of life. Because the only one who can recreate us is the one who created us and give us new life.